Notice anything new on the top of the Ambo? The latest addition to the roof is an anemometer. This is one of those words you have a hard time saying sometimes. Anemometer. Okay. It measures wind speed basically. And as you can see up there, it's a wind vane and it's measuring wind speed. I put this up there yesterday. It's a pretty easy install, and it's mounted to the roof rack that has the cargo carrier and the boost antenna. Let me give you a closer look. And right now it's not hooked up to any electronics or any instruments, any gauges, measuring instruments. I'm still waiting on ordering those. But that's kind of one of the things that I wanted to do is put some instruments up here that when I'm camped somewhere I can tell the wind speed and the direction. Just kind of a way of, I don't know, keeping record or keeping, watching the weather. I'm not going to go out and do any storm chasing, although I do enjoy the monsoon season here in Arizona. I'm more of a weather watcher than a storm chaser. But this will be kind of fun to keep track of the weather and as I'm going around the state. Now, I will admit I'm already thinking about changes. This setup right here is pretty high, pretty tall, and I'm worried that it might get knocked off by branches in some areas where I go. It's not a whole lot higher than the boost antenna. I think they're about the same height, but the boost, the phone antenna or phone booster, actually has a big spring on it. So if I did hit something, it would bend, and wouldn't break off. Whereas this, if I hit something with it, it would probably just rip it off. Well, as I mentioned, things often change. I might add something to the vehicle and decide that I don't like it, or I see something that might work even better, and so I'll make changes, even if it's something that I just installed. Well, I did that with my weather vane and my wind speed equipment on the roof, and let me show you. These are the new items that I put up there to replace the other new items. What's up there is from InSpeed, and I feel they're a little more durable. The cups there are made out of I think aluminum instead of plastic, and they tend to, I think, be a little more rugged for when out on the road. Now, this might not be the final rendition or final version of this. I'm thinking about adding those, or putting those, and as well as the Wii Boost, onto a pole similar to what I've got right here. This pole right here. This one's kind of a cheap pole. So I've ordered something that's a little more durable, a telescoping pole that I'll mount somewhere. I haven't decided quite yet, and I'll add those things onto it. That way they'll sit lower while driving, and then when I'm at a campsite, I can raise it up. I think about 25 feet is the extended height to get some really good readings. So let me show you though the right now what I've got that wind speed gauge hooked up to. and it's really simple, made it easy, but it's something that can be expanded as I get more or better equipment. Right now that wind speed gauge is just hooked up right up, let me get in here, right up here to this little bike speed gauge. This is something that you typically could put on a bicycle to tell you how fast you're going, and it actually works pretty accurate for what's on the roof right now. When the wind speed is below 1 mile an hour, it won't register, so that's why it's showing 0. I don't know if you can see it, but it's showing 0 right now. As soon as the wind speed picks up over 1 mile an hour, then it'll start showing it, and it keeps track of the high and you know, a few basic things. But this can be unplugged, and then I can plug in better equipment, which I'm looking at right now. A few things that will give me more detailed information, and a little better for recording and sharing as far as the weather wherever I may be camping. So that's the latest, and I'll keep you updated if I make any more changes.